Hello students. Students, in today's class I am going to discuss a very important topic of this chapter, Newton's law of motion. In previous videos I discussed about Newton's first law and Newton's second law. Now in this video I am going to discuss Newton's third law of motion, which is written on the screen. According to this law, to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. Action and reaction forces are always acts on different bodies. देखिए बच्चों, suppose we have two objects like this placed on a platform. मान लीजिए बच्चों यहाँ पर दो बॉडीज हैं, एक दूसरे कांटेक्ट में है. Suppose this one is the body number 1 and this is the body number 2. 1 2 पे फोर्स लगा रहा है, 2 1 पे फोर्स लगा रहा है. So this force is called F21 and this force is called F12. So F12 means force on 1 due to 2. तो बच्चों जिस नंबर पर फोर्स लग रहा है उसको पहले लिख रहे हैं, जिसके द्वारा लग रहा है उसको बाद में लिख रहे हैं. इन द सेम वे sorry, F21 means force on body 2 due to 1. So these two forces are equal and opposite and they are also acting on different bodies. So according to Newton's third law, we can write F12 equal to minus time of F21. तो बच्चों ये न्यूटन थर्ड लॉ का फॉर्मूला हो गया, F12 equal to minus F21. आप इससे में से स्टेटमेंट बोल सकते हैं इस फार्मूले की मदद से. टू एवरी एक्शन देयर इज इक्वल एंड अपोजिट रिएक्शन. अपोजिट के लिए माइनस साइन लिखा हुआ है. एक्शन एंड रिएक्शन फोर्सेस आर ऑलवेज एक्टिंग ऑन डिफरेंट बॉडीज. ये बॉडी 1 पे लग रहा है तो बॉडी नंबर 2 पे लग रहा है. सो दिस इज न्यूटन थर्ड लॉ. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, आई एम गोइंग टू डिस्कस a very important topic of this chapter, linear momentum. So right now next topic is linear momentum. P से लिखते हैं. Product of mass into velocity is called linear momentum. So you can write one sentence about it. Product of mass and velocity is called linear momentum. Suppose there is a body of mass m moving in velocity v. So linear momentum is product of mass into velocity. Its unit is kilogram meter per second and its dimension is m l power minus 1, sorry, m l t power minus 1. So this is the dimension of linear momentum. Vector quantity है, whatever the direction of velocity, the same direction is taken for linear momentum. Now one more very important topic of this chapter is law of conservation of linear momentum. Law of conservation of linear momentum. So write down this topic, law of conservation of linear momentum. if there is no external force acting on a system, then its linear momentum remain constant. So student, you can write with me. If there is no external force acting on a system, then its linear momentum remain constant. Remains constant. See, we know that F equal to delta P by delta T. Rate of change of linear momentum is equal to force, Newton's second law. In this expression, this capital F is external force. According to this statement, if there is no external force acting, so if F equal to 0, so one can say delta P by delta T will be also equal to 0. On cross multiplication, one can write delta T into 0 equal to delta T, therefore delta P equal to 0. क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया. डेल्टा पी जीरो का मतलब बच्चों मोमेंटम चेंज नहीं हो रहा है. इट मीन्स पी इज कांस्टेंट. सो इफ देयर इज नो एक्सटर्नल फोर्स एक्टिंग ऑन अ सिस्टम, देन इट्स लीनियर मोमेंटम रिमेन कांस्टेंट. तो देखो बच्चों, फिर से सुनो. इफ देयर इज नो एक्सटर्नल फोर्स एक्टिंग ऑन अ सिस्टम, देन इट्स लीनियर मोमेंटम रिमेन कांस्टेंट. इसका एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल लेते हैं. Suppose we have one object having mass m1 moving with velocity u1, another object having mass m2 moving velocity u2 along the same straight line, and suppose this u1 is more than u2. So if they will collide, definitely they will collide because u1 is more than u2 and both are moving along the same straight line motion. So during impact, whatever be force applied by one body on another, the same is applied by the second body on the first one. So action reaction forces are equal and opposite. We are taking both bodies as a system, so external force will be 0. So after collision, their mass will remain constant. So here collision happens. After collision, their masses are same, but now they are moving with velocity v1, v2, which is different than the velocity before collision, and you will observe that in this case v2 will be more than v1. बहुत सीधी सी बात है, कोई भी पीछे से आता हुआ ऑब्जेक्ट किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट से टकराएगा तो आगे वाले की स्पीड बढ़ जाती है, पीछे वाले की घट जाती है. और बच्चों मोमेंटम कांस्टेंट रहता है. यहाँ पर मोमेंटम कांस्टेंट का मतलब, ये पी कांस्टेंट का मतलब क्या है? linear momentum before collision equal to linear momentum after collision. Linear momentum before collision is equal to linear momentum after collision. After collision, it means m1 plus u1, m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So whatever the linear momentum before collision of the system will be the equal to the linear momentum after the collision of the system. So total linear momentum remain constant. तो बच्चों ये एक इम्पॉर्टेंट रिलेशन है यहाँ पर जो आपको न्यूमेरिकल्स में काम आएगा, इसको नोट कर लीजिए. एक बार छोटा करके पीछे की भी चीज़ों को दिखा दे रहे हैं. यहाँ से नोट कर लीजिए. आप वीडियो पॉज करके भी नोट कर सकते हैं। चलिए बच्चों, इसमें एक टॉपिक डिस्कस करते हैं हम लोग, कॉन्करेंट फोर्सेस। कॉन्करेंट फोर्सेस। स्टूडेंट, यू कैन राइट इट डेफिनेशन। मैं लिख नहीं रहा हूँ, डिक्टेट कर रहा हूँ, आप लिख लीजिए। इफ different forces are acting on a system in a plane in such a way that their line of action meet at a single point, then such forces are called concurrent forces. So if different forces are acting on a system in such a way that their line of action meet at a single point, the line of action meet at a single point, then such forces or group of forces are called concurrent forces. Suppose करो बच्चों, यहाँ पर हमने origin x axis y axis बना लिया, and suppose we have three forces. First force F1, second force F2, third force F3. Let this force is F2 and this force is F3. All these forces are acting in such a way that their line of action meet at the same point. हमने उस पॉइंट को ओरिजिन ले लिया। इन फोर्सेस को बच्चों कॉन्करेंट फोर्सेस कहेंगे। अगर इनका रिजल्टेंट निकालना हो, सपोज करिए दिस एंगल इज अल्फा, दिस एंगल इज बीटा, and this angle is gamma. So all the angles are measured from positive direction of x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Now to find the resultant of all these forces, I am going to take the component of all forces along two mutually perpendicular direction, that is along x-axis and y-axis. See, very simple. This F1 force has component F1 cos alpha along this direction and F1 sin alpha along this direction. So I am going to write the component of this force F1 along x-axis and y-axis. So this component is F1 cos alpha and this component is F1 sin alpha. In the same way, F2 has component F2 cos beta and F2 sin beta. And third, F3 cos gamma and F3 sin gamma. So all the component of forces has been taken along x and y axis. बच्चों, जब एक बार कंपोनेंट आप ले लेते हो ना, फोर्सेस को भूल जाया करो, ठीक? तो ये दिमाग से हटा दीजिए कि फोर्स F1, F2, F3 सब नहीं रहेंगे। All these forces are acting along the same direction. Let the resultant is Fx. So one can write this Fx is the sum of all these forces which are acting along the same direction, that is along x-axis. That is F1 cos alpha plus F2 cos beta plus F3 cos gamma. Suppose this is equation number 1. अगर न्यूमेरिकल में किसी में F1, F2, F3 दे रखा है, अल्फा बीटा गामा दे रखा है, तो Fx की एक क्लियर डिजिटल वैल्यू अब निकल आएगी। In the same way, you can find the resultant of all these forces which are acting along y-axis. Let their resultant is Fy. So one can write Fy equal to F1 sin alpha plus F2 sin beta plus F3 sin gamma. Equation number 2. So Fx is acting along this direction, Fy is acting along this direction. Origin Fx, Fy. To find their resultant, I am going to make a parallelogram. So diagonal of this parallelogram will be the resultant of these two forces. So to find the resultant, I just made a parallelogram. Diagonal of this parallelogram will be the equal to the resultant. So resultant फोर्स मान लो बच्चों F है, Fx और Fy के बीच में एंगल 90 डिग्री है, तो रिजल्टेंट फोर्स F विल बी इक्वल टू अंडर रूट Fx स्क्वायर प्लस Fy स्क्वायर। और ये कितना एंगल बना रहा है इसको भी हम लिख सकते हैं। मान लो ये एंगल x है तो ये साइड Fy, तो बच्चों tan x will be equal to Fy by Fx। So this is the resultant and the direction.